Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and today I am going to be showing you a really fun technique called the Fun Fringe Technique. And this is so easy, and my favorite part is that it is the perfect way to use up scraps of cardstock, designer series paper, whatever you've got handy. I'm going to be using the Everyday Arches bundle. This is a great brand new bundle featuring some nesting arches. We're going to use 2 of them today on our project. And then there's really fun sentiments that go along with this. I'm also going to pull in the sunshine from the Bright Skies stamp set as well. So let me get started. I'm going to use some Daffodil Delight here on 4 by 5¼ inch panel of Daffodil Delight cardstock. I'm just going to grab I'm going to grab some scrap paper, which seems to have gotten lost on my desk. Oh, here it is. Under some paper, imagine that. And we are going to just stamp the background of this. Now we're going to cover up kind of the center area, so I'm not going to do every square inch of this paper, but we just want to add some sunshine stamps to the background of this paper. And I think I might need to re-ink my ink pad here based on how this stamp is stamping. There we go. But that can be done easily enough. There is our background, and I'm going to set up my card base, which is some Daffodil Delight once again. Okay, now we're going to stamp our sentiment on here, also in Daffodil Delight. So I'll just ink that up really well. And you can, depending on what you're more comfortable with, you can either stamp this and then die cut it, or you can die cut it and then stamp it, but I did pretty well on here. I'm also going to take just a little scrap of basic white paper. Again, this technique is so perfect for scraps. And ultimately, I'm going to die cut this arch out of it. So I just want to make sure it's as big as that, as this piece. And I might even kind of mark the bottom just so I know where I'm at, because I'm going to take some scraps. And these scraps are 1.5 by an inch in size. And then using just my paper snips, I'm just going to start putting in some cut lines. They don't have to be even or perfect or anything like that, but I'm just going to continue to do this. You can use different sides. Now I am going to actually slice off a bunch of this, and you might be thinking, well, why did you start with an inch if you're just going to cut some of it off? And the reason is because it's easier to hold on to and cut these when they're a little bit bigger, if you know what I mean. But if you have smaller scraps, that doesn't mean you can't use those as well. So I'll put this way at the very top, and then I'm going to slide the second one in. What I like to do for each of these, though, is make sure I'm kind of foofing, that is my official stamping term, the fringe little slices that I'm cutting. And then I'm going to just kind of layer these up. So there's, maybe 1/4 inch. Now the colors or the papers I'm using for this are from my Brights color family, designer series paper. And I'm going to kind of switch out the patterns. So I might do like this side of one. Again, we're kind of foofing that. I'm going to cut off some of this. Ooh, I cut in between that. That's not going to be the end of the world. We're going to make it work, because you're tucking all this in, so it really doesn't matter. You can hide a lot. So it's really forgiving as well, which I, of course, love forgiving techniques. And then we'll continue with this pattern. You can see, like I said, I'm just kind of alternating the design on here, cutting off maybe 1/4 inch. Again, it's not critical. I'm not a huge fan of being super precise. Now, if you are, this technique might challenge you a little, but I'd encourage you to try it, because it's always good to get out of your comfort zone and try new things, especially if you're a real type A, want to have it perfect type person. I think this is a great opportunity to, you know, see what else, what other techniques you might enjoy, because you might not even know that you're super easygoing if you wouldn't normally say that, you know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess I'm saying if you're like a real precise person, this might be just the little touch of chaos your life has been looking for. I don't know. I'm just being silly. Okay, so I've got pumpkin pie, daffodil delight, lemon lime twist, and then we'll finish up with granny apple green. And I just really enjoy the fact that this is just kind of one of those things where you never know what's going to happen. Okay, I think I'm going to do this pattern next. So obviously this would work with any pattern of DSP, not just like these brights. You could do all the same pattern going down, and add in some different ones, or you could do just one pattern of paper, or you could, like this one where you're using a color family and we're using a variety of patterns and changing up the colors. It's really, the sky's the limit, and I think there's just so much fun that you could do with this. Now, one of the first ideas I had when I knew this was our blog hop topic was to do a heart, but I decided not to do the heart. Maybe I'll try that later. And instead, I really wanted to use this Arches bundle. I've been kind of messing around with it a little bit, and it's just so fun. Okay, so there we go. We've got all our pieces. We covered up that line that we had drawn on there. And now it is time to die cut our arch. So we just want to go ahead and run it through our machine just like this. Now you might think, well, gosh, there's a whole bunch of layers of paper on here. Is it even going to cut? And the answer is yes, it actually will cut. And here is one that I did ahead of time. Now I can see that these two little pieces right here are not sticking. So all I got to do is throw a little adhesive down there and they will stick. This was the very front piece. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world if this isn't on there when it comes out, but you can just add a little adhesive to keep it in place. Okay, so now we've got this fun little arch and it's going to fit in here perfectly. So I did go down 2 sizes from this size arch to this one. So I skipped 2. You can see it on here. So I skipped 2 different ones. So there's a gap in size between these. And then I'm going to put this right in the center here. And I just think this is so fun. All right. I'm going to add this to my card. And I'm not going to pop it up just because there's already a bit of dimension on here. Okay, but I am going to add a little bit of ribbon. So one of my favorite ribbons is this white woven ribbon. It just ties so nicely. And I'm going to run this across the bottom and I'm going to kind of tuck it in under. Now you could tie this in a knot or you could tie it in a bow. I'm feeling like a knot right about now. We've got a lot going on here, so I don't think I need like a full bow on this particular project. But we can sneak a knot in here to just kind of finish things off. And then we'll add a few embellishments because no card is really complete without an embellishment. I also might have cut my ribbon a little too short, so let's go with just a little longer piece. It does not happen to me all that often, but I can use that certainly on that piece on something else coming up. So not worried about wasting. We'll just add it back to our roll of ribbon. Okay, so I'm just gonna tie that knot on here like so. So cute. We'll trim the ends a little bit with my snips. And this is just such a fun, cheerful card to send to somebody. Of course, we're going to jazz it up on the inside as well. Let's see, we just need to adhere this. I think I might pop this up. Now you could add different, like another color of a layer to this if you so desired, just to pop up some more color. But I did kind of like just with the stamped sunshines from that Bright Skies stamp set. I think that added just kind of the right touch to this one. And we'll put some more of those sunshine stamped images on the inside of our card. Oh my goodness. This just makes me happy. It's been a really dreary day here today, and I love that this is kind of bringing the sunshine out. Okay, so I'm going to just stamp a few of these here in the corner like that. And I didn't, well, I'm going to leave it. Excuse me. And then on the inside, so we can kind of look for, we've got a couple of different options. You could say hello on the inside from this stamp set, or you could do like you brighten my cloudy days or brighter skies are on their way. Any of those would be fine. I think I might throw you brighten my cloudy days and throw one of the I'm just going to throw a big old cloud in here too, because why not? It's kind of fun. Okay, so let me grab a block. And we need a big block for this. And I think I'll stamp that in some Pool Party. And this is a pretty big photopolymer stamp. For that, I like to use a piercing mat because I'll get a much better impression on here. Like that. Oh, so cute. And then we'll add our sentiment. And I think I will do that actually in some smoky slate. Okay, so let's put all of this on the inside of our card, and then we have such a fun, cheerful card to send to somebody. This would make a great get well card too if you wanted. So many options for this. You could you can really just have fun. So think of some of your die cut images that might work really well with this technique. Something that you could do a window in, even just a plain old circle or square works well. Like I mentioned, a heart. There's so many options. So take a look in your stash of goodies and have some fun with this technique. I hope you loved it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to answer them. If you could give this video a like, that sure helps. Oh, wait, I also have some embellishments. I almost forgot. I'm going to take some of these fun little sparkle adhesive back gems and put a couple on here because sparkles just make everything better. Let's see here. Kind of do my standard ones in the corner, one up here, adds a little shine, and there we go. One thing I also want to mention is you can get a free pack of these beautiful sparkle gems with a $75 purchase in my online store. Plus, you'll also get, this is like the best week truly to order from me. You'll also get the Birthday Bash Craft Along PDF, 35 pages of awesomeness from my Birthday Bash series I've been doing all week this week. Plus, you'll get a card kit featuring some super cute cards. featuring the, what is it called? Hugs for Love bundle. And you'll get the All-Star Video Class tutorial PDF, which is, I mean, so much. So it's a no-brainer. This is a great week to order from the Creativity Cave. And of course, your business is so greatly appreciated. If you have any questions about ordering, there is a link in the description of this video. Otherwise, I really appreciate you all so much. Thanks for stamping with me today, friends. And let me know if you give this a try. I'd love to see what you create with it. See you soon. Bye-bye.